play the game and understand like the mechanics and what goes on the screen half the time and whatnot.
You know, all I know is what I see, and what I see is that.
But it's different when you see the game because you wouldn't understand like the frame data and why people do certain things to begin with, or why they have to resort to certain tactic.
Let's use an example. What does frame data have anything to do with me suggestion that when someone puts you 4-2-3 into a corner or any frame trap into a corner, if you burn a meter to advance guard a person, that the person who burnt the meter, since he lost the meter, should have an advantage? What expertise what Evo championship do I need to win to give that opinion?
That's quite obvious, but when Superman.
But wait. You just said you suggested that I'm not qualified to give an opinion about the game because I don't play it. But now you're saying
you say it all the time at next level. Even when you told Lincoln how to beat me or whatever, I'm like, he really can't do that because if he does that, then I could just resort to this and kill him. And it's like I'd rather not even say nothing about it because I'm like, okay, I guess Triforce knows more than his players when they fight.
And you know so funny? Lincoln never did any. Lincoln doesn't do what I tell him.
He can't do that though, because I'm waiting for that. If he does that, I would just kill him.
You can't be waiting for both of them. And even if you are waiting for both of them, you have to react to one of them. So guess what? He has a chance. If you're doing, the definition of madness, doing the same goddamn thing but expecting a different result. He was doing shit his way and getting bopped. It wouldn't have hurted him if he had tried to do it my way. CD Jr. had a lot more humility than him. Because CD Jr. was like, yo, Triforce, this niggas keep jumping in on me and I cannot anti him. So I was like, meet him in the air if I'm air to air. Triforce, air to air is not a fundamental. Junior, just fucking do it. Because you're in the loser's bracket. You might, this shit's not going to work. And it worked. Now, this is a guy that doesn't play Injustice. Now, you were expecting air to air because you saw it happen to you a couple of times. You had 6 games to adjust, but you didn't adjust. Because that's called the meta game. You didn't know Junior was going to keep doing it over and over. It's a guess you have to take.
No, actually, Superman's jump 2 has a really big ass hitbox, and it beats even if I do a jump early air to air, and he throws his out early enough, either way, no matter what, even if I know it's coming, it will beat it out because Superman's jump 2 is just that much better than Adam.
So this is what you do now. Stop jumping. But you didn't stop jumping. You kept
once
jumping.
again, how long ago was that?
That's not the point.
Yes, it is. You're bringing up a match. Where I was learning how to play the game.
The point you were trying to make is this: I don't play the game, so because I don't play the game, my opinion is not qualified for anything. Because you play the game, my opinion is going to get a player killed. We use 2 people as an example. We use CD Jr.
I'm trying to use tell somebody how to play Marvel 3, and I don't play Marvel 3 at all.
Lincoln did not listen to me and got bopped. CD Jr. listened to me and he won. It doesn't matter what time frame it is. The point is, I don't know anything about the frame data. See how you say, oh, that's because Superman had a frame data. That's not what I was thinking. I was thinking, yo, dogs, if you see him jump air to air so you can get your 4-2-3 combo, you can push him in the corner. That's how I see it. I don't have to see it like you for it to be true. There are different ways of comprehending things.
Right.
Your arrogance and ego.
Maybe I'm gonna start telling Chris G or Insane how to play Marvel 3 because I'm just obviously I don't play the game, but I could just easily by looking at the dumb shit they throw on X Factor, random shit, whatever, what they shouldn't do and whatnot, because that's it will make sense because I don't play Marvel 3. Right.
You can't. You are qualified to give your opinion in Marvel 3. Why?
No, I'm not. I don't play the game at all to understand what really goes on. I don't understand.
So you limit yourself. Oh, okay. Well, that's you.
No, I don't care. I don't like the game. I don't care about it.
And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not.
So how am I limiting by not giving any sort of attention to a game I don't like at all?
That's what's called limited. You don't want to be involved in it. The reason why is irrelevant from what is. You're not involved in it. So you limited yourself from the game. It's like, okay, here's a game. I don't like Tekken, and I limit myself. I don't really give any opinions on Tekken and shit like that. Although you know how many people in the ARC come to me and say, Triforce, how do you stop this? And I don't play the game. Sanford's asked me. Dominion's asked me.
Not involved, dude. There's a reason why you don't ask Michael Jordan about football. There's a reason why you don't ask a fucking golfer about ice hockey. Rico's trying to say it's better to just not give out shitty advice because he doesn't fuck with the game. In other words, like my uncle used to tell me in Puerto Rico, if you don't know about shit, the only advice you're going to give is fucked up advice because you don't know what you're doing. And he would rather just eject himself from that situation or not fuck with it like he said, why would he talk? You know, then he might as well talk to Chris G if he doesn't fuck with it. The problem here is this: you come into a pros versus Joes mentality, the same shit that, of course, our professional sports stars feel about fans. How they say, "Oh, I know. Well, why didn't you do this, that, and the other?" Well, one time someone did ask that, and the guy went on his web show and said, "Okay, you're obviously a fucking pro NFL player. You obviously read plays and shit. You obviously played the game." The guy said, "No, I didn't." He's like, then how the fuck do you know what I was about to do? Have you ever been in that situation? No. Here's the deal. And also time does play a difference because the first time I saw Rico play is a fuck of a lot different than the last time I saw Rico play. And there's been a big ton of fucking change in between. So time is very fucking important on when you brought that shit up, because the Rico of now and the Rico of then are two different fucking players by far.
No, and I want to rebuttal on that. But the point is, he was playing the game and knew vastly more about the game than I. I did not play the game at all. So how did my opinions qualify to help anyone? The point I'm trying to make is this: although I did not know anything about Injustice, I referenced a fighting strategy from another game and had it applied to that game. Now, whether that fighting strategy will apply now versus then is irrelevant. The point
but
is,
the fact that you told Junior to do it is that you wanted it carried out. So you believed in what you said enough to say, "Junior, do it."
But it worked.
But it worked. But what the fuck? Like, I don't understand this. It fucking worked. Are we fucking serious?
I'm not knocking that.
Triforce. I really don't get what the problem is here. I mean, the guy is just giving advice.
Okay. Another example. It's easy to be the backseat player when you're watching two people play the whole time. It's easy to call out, "Oh, you should do this," or "Coach on," whatever. But mentally, if you're the player fighting the other player, you see why it's going on or why it's happening. It's all like a meta game to begin with and shit. But you're right. Be the backseat player saying, "Oh no, but you shouldn't let him do this." It's like when Sanford, when I have Ultra, Sanford will like, in a how you say it, with like I don't know, with courage, he'll throw fireballs and shit. And it's like, yo, he knows I have Ultra. He knows that if he throws another fireball, I will kill him.
We call that YOLO. Shit is YOLO.
No, but obviously, the way that he does it, he tries to sneak it in, and it's all a meta game. So it's like
that's something that Sanford's been doing for fucking years, though.
No, that's the Sanford. Even Diego, all these other top players does it, whatever. So it's like it's easy when you're the backseat player. You're like, oh, you should have ultra that, but it's like, oh, I didn't really expect them.
Exactly.
We're detracting. We're detracting from the point. The point is, okay. Let me put something on the table that's perhaps not mentioned. Let me show you what qualifies me over other people giving advice. First of all, these are players that play for my organization. Number two, I have lived and worked with these players for 10 years. Just because I don't play a game doesn't mean I don't have any knowledge on it. I don't need to have frame data on a game to know how to have a meta game or strategy. In fact, frame data never existed until MOOCs came out in Japan, which was like 6 years ago. We're now getting frame data within the last 3 fucking years and try to apply frame data, which is why Japan laughs at us because we think we know so much shit about frame data and they're like, these fucking idiots. But guess what? Based on our experience in fighting, we find a way. We find a way, and that is the point I'm trying to make. I don't need to play the game to give sound advice. I can use, there's a guy called Harsh Kumar. He plays Green Lantern. I was at the next level. He had to fight a Black Adam, and he didn't know how to beat the Black Adam. He came up to me. He said, "Yo, Triforce," and he's listening to the show right now too. He said, "Yo, Triforce, I have to fight a Black Adam. What should I do?" So I said, "What does the guy do?" And he says, "The guy does this, that, and the other." I sat down and gave him a Street Fighter 2 strategy, and he went and beat the guy 2-0. When last week he lost to the guy. And he just followed through exactly what I said. And he came and said, "Yo, Triforce, I beat him." He's like, "I didn't know he was such a good coach." Prime example, Dominion, Civil War. He was fighting Chris G. You know why that match even went all the way to the 6th game? And please do not try to change my words or my meaning by me trying to say like I'm taking credit for these guys winning. I'm not, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what advice I'm giving, they have to be able to execute. So they're the ones winning. The point I'm trying to make is that I give advice that helps the players. Dominion was down. I even told this to Knuckle Dude. People don't even know about this at CEO. At CEO, when Knuckle Dude was fighting this guy called Momi, does anyone, in fact, you can stream it. You can get the stream and you can look at the stream. You see Knuckle Dude keep going to his phone. I was texting him how to beat Momi. And after that, and I have the whole text conversation.
Let me bring this up. I remember at, what was it? East Coast Throwdown 5. I was sitting next to Junior, most of his matches on top 8. At one point, you even told me, oh, no, you don't have to tell him. He got it. He know what to do. And it's like, really? You tell him I can't sit next to my so-called friend and all this stuff, whatever, and try to, like, guide him.
Wait, repeat it again?
At East Coast Throwdown 5. I remember
I told you?
Yes.
Oh, no. This is what you don't know. When I was sitting next to Junior, and Junior was playing, I tried to get Junior advice. He said, Triforce, I got it. I don't want to bother me. When you came, I was just reverberating what he said. It's not that I didn't want you to coach him. That had nothing to do with it. He just said he got it. When players tell me they got it, I leave them alone. I don't try to force.
But that has nothing to do with me either way, because all the other matches, when I started playing Injustice with him, I would always sit next to him and always, whatever, just tell him if he's doing something wrong or whatever, and he never had an issue with it. But
Rico, from my standpoint, you're not EMP. So as far as I'm concerned,
by my standpoint, I think our friendship came before EMP, right?
Yeah, I understand that, but you have to. You're right in your way, and I'm right in my way. We're not. Neither one of us is wrong. I'm just telling you what he said. He said he got it. So I just revert. All I did was say to you. You could have just ignored me and said, "Nah, I'm going to talk to him," and then he would have then told you stop, or he would have allowed you. One of the two, and it would have been fine with me. It would not have been an issue. So that's not even a point. I didn't say that because, stop talking to him. That's not why I said that to you. I just told you what he told me. He said he got it. The point I'm trying to make, Rico, is that I gave advice based on my expertise. When I don't know something, I don't give any advice. The players come to me. You act like I'm just going over. KDZ has even come to me and he's like, Triforce, when a guy does X, Y, and Z, because I know that this frame does blah, blah, they're asking me based on my fundamental Street Fighter skills. They want to try to use my little bullshit old school tactics and try to apply it to a new version of their game, which then evolves into a new meta strategy. That works for some of them. Does it work all the time? No. But they ask me, what do you want me to do? Not tell them? Answer that question. If I was such a problem, why didn't it when we were playing at next level? If it was such a problem, me giving qualified advice to CD Junior would be like, Triforce, get the fuck out of my face. You don't play this fucking game.
But why would they do that? Why would they try to offend somebody's feeling if they're trying to help them out or whatever?
Actually, that's why I respect Sanford a lot. There's the times I've seen matchups and I'm sitting there quiet, not saying something, and Sanford's losing, and I go over to Sanford and I'm like, Sanford, Triforce, you've never even seen this matchup before. Yeah, you're right. And I just step back. That's it. Like, he's right. What the fuck?
When the fuck was that? When was that?
Battle circuit, like a lot of battle circuits.
They should have recorded that shit because I don't believe
a lot of battle circuits. Oh, a prime example of battle circuit.
I think that just
Chris. Wait, what's this guy's name? K. Brad beat Sanford in losers finals. Sanford came up to me and said, "Oh my God, K. Brad beat me. I hate when I have to play people in the Empire because they're the only guys that give me the most problems. Now you gotta face Chris G. Watch this nigga Chris G pick this cheap ass character. You gonna fucking beat this nigga and blah blah blah. And K. Brad's gonna go fucking lose free." So Patricia came up to me and she's like, Triforce, K-Brad has to play Chris G. Can you go and sit next to him and coach him? He says he likes when you coach him. So I said, all right, Patricia. And I walked up to K-Brad and I sat down there with K-Brad and I coached K-Brad to be Chris G. And I coached K-Brad to be Chris Hugh. I coached K-Brad to beat a lot of people. K-Brad himself says, Triforce, you're like a godlike coach. Because you have to understand, some of these guys don't come from my era. So because they don't come from my era, there's a lot of knowledge back then that they actually can apply now, but they can't use it because they don't know. So they ask for it. Like, for instance, here's an example. Can Phil fucking Jackson dunk? No. Can he cross over anyone? No. Can he do a behind the look, no pass? No. Does he have a three-point shot? No. But if Phil Jackson tells Michael fucking Jordan, you're going to run this fucking play, Jordan goes, all right, Phil. Oh, but your argument is, but Phil Jackson, you don't play today's basketball. This is not 1962 when you were with the Knicks. So what you did with the Knicks won't work today. Well, apparently whatever he's telling Jordan seems to work.
I mean, that's a bad comparison because Phil Jackson intimately knows even the current game of basketball down to details. Phil Jackson is not just some guy. Phil Jackson is not a football coach that just happens to sit on the NBA bench and call basketball.
Then let me ask you a question. So you're trying to say I'm not a gamer?
No, I'm not saying you're not a gamer, but I'm saying you're talking about a guy that's a current genius in the specific game of basketball, not just a sports personality.
Well, what about this? How about this? Who is the best hitting coach in baseball? Nothing.
Barry Bonds.
Nope.
I don't know who.
The worst hitters. You know why? Because I could tell you what I did to fuck up, but I can't make you a better hitter. The worst hitters, the worst batters in baseball become the best hitting instructors. Because after the fact, they learn the fundamentals, and they say, look, I can't make you hit a ball, but I can tell you everything I did to fuck up.
And then now it's up to you to execute.
Right, but the thing is, those guys are guys that are intimately familiar with the game. They're not like.
Now let's
passing coaches from football.
But now, are we talking fighting games, or are we talking a specific game?
We're talking specific games because you wouldn't do that in sports. You wouldn't be like. I'll record it.
Hold on, that's where you're wrong, Code Warrior. Because guess what? Fundamental fighting game principles apply to
every fighting game.
Games.
But there's still differences between games. Like, honestly, I'm going to tell you straight up, this is the current situation. Some of the stuff you said, you're 100% right about it, and the reason you're right about it is because of OG instincts, experience, and fighting game fundamentals. Other things you said, you're 100% wrong, and the reason you're wrong is because you don't specifically know this game. So there's truth on both sides.
But don't I ask questions when I'm wrong?
Sometimes you do.
When you guys talk, I
never ever heard you ask a question at Next Level about anything, especially in Injustice.
I've been asking questions this entire night on the show. I made a comment. They said, no, Truf, but you can't do that because some characters have this. When we was talking about the 4-2-3, Trepound and the rest of them was correcting me. And I was asking them, well, if they do X, Y, D, so I can come up with a qualified opinion because I need information. Trepound, well, you're not correcting me tonight.
I was about...
Trey's drunk. All right, next question.
Cold Warrior was correcting me tonight. Pherleece was correcting me tonight. A lot of people who play the game was correcting me tonight. I was asking questions though. That's why I ultimately came up with, well, if that's going to be the case, since the character has this, then what they should do is they should give first initiative after you do push block. That's how I came up with that. I didn't just come up with that like, well, you motherfuckers don't know what you're talking about. Although I don't play this game, I'm a fucking god. You know what they should do? They should do that.
Okay, but about the push blocking thing against Superman, especially in the corner, it doesn't really do much of a big deal. You're still trapped in a corner, and all he has to do is just move slightly forward, half a second, and he's in within 4-2-3 range again. And now
Rico.
Yes.
Rico. And you know what I said to that when they mentioned that earlier? What they should do is buff the overall engine of the push block so that when you do push block, the person who's doing it gets first initiative. Give that person less frames on the actual animation of the push block so that it can dash forward, walk forward, or attack before you, Superman, can float forward first and then do 4-2-3. That's how I came up with that opinion.
Well, I mean, that's an okay opinion, but to be honest with you, just with the whole thing about Injustice, and I don't want this whole thing to be just an Injustice conversation, but I personally like the game on the first version the way it was in a way, just with exception of a few buffs with the down 2 and whatnot. But honestly, this whole nerfing characters and whatnot is not going to really solve anything, because the more they keep nerfing any top tier characters or whatever.
Holy dog shit. There was a guy on the On Blast show saying the same thing. I forgot his name. Hold on. Oh shit, Triforce.
Quad Force. No, Triforce said that earlier, yes.
Yeah.
He's saying that don't nerf the characters, buff the lower ones up a little. That's it.
Yeah.
And that'll level things off a little bit. Give people the options of getting out of shit, but still leave that shit intact.
Right, because a lot of the buff that some of the characters got now, it was too early in the game to even like say if they deserved it or not. Because then once now that the people actually specializes these characters and with their new buff, it seems like kind of like wow, you really didn't actually need that buff in any sort of way, whatever. And then nerfing the top characters are just gonna make people bitch about the other characters that are basically almost right behind them on the tier list. Because, for example, if they nerf Adam, Superman. I guess what Batman I heard that they're nerfing too. Guess what? They don't touch Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Aquaman, and all these other characters, whatever. Zod, they're gonna be the new characters everybody's gonna bitch about and cry about, whatever. It's gonna be like a never-ending cycle till the game becomes basically like.
Yo, Junior, no, not Junior, Rico, you sound like this dude Triforce, B. This nigga was in here saying the same exact shit. This is crazy, B. Like, I think you and him share the same mind. This is crazy.
It can't be Triforce because Triforce don't know nothing about the game.
Yo, actually, you're right, James. I stand corrected.
That's not really actually knowing the game. That's just having like somewhat common sense on.
But that's what fighting games basically are. You can look at games and say that. You can say common sense dictates most games. Don't nerf the top players, buff the lower players, and increase the goddamn speed in this fucking game. Goddamn Karate Champ is faster than it.
I mean, I guess I can agree on that note, and I've been saying that for the longest. I think I said that the first time we got into a whole deal with that. You know, you was like, "Well, the problem is the characters." I'm like, no, the problem is if you got 4 dudes being a bully, you don't. If you got 4 dudes being a bully, don't nerf the bully. Make everybody else somewhat a bully. Like the issue is that they're bothering everybody else, and if you nerf them, I mean, Black Adam catching the nerf. That shit, yeah, we knew that was going to happen, though. I mean, that shit was out of control.
I think it's unnecessary. I think it should leave Black Adam alone. There's the Rico and Chris G and Perfect Legend and KDZ are not winning because their characters are overpowered. They're winning because they're fucking good at the game. People in the community don't like that.
If that's the case, then the characters get nerfed and they should still win, and they shouldn't.
No, that's not true because they're winning. They're winning. I can't believe you said that, Code Warrior.
But you can't have it both ways. You can't be like someone who's playing Joker now he's just not good enough to win.
Warrior, let me say this real quick. When I play Saltface, right? Everybody said, Black Adam destroys Harley. Saltface specializes obviously Harley. When I played them on that stage, I didn't see where I actually dominate in that matchup. He could actually interrupt me from zoning him. And he will actually make good reads and stop me from jumping in there and dive kicking him. I don't see where in that matchup Black Adam honestly destroys Harley Quinn. Same thing with Sinestro versus Adam. Oh, Adam destroys Sinestro. Playing to Win and Boone Cowboy specialize on Sinestro. I don't see where Adam dominates in that matchup at all.
But you realize people are wrong about that stuff, right? Like KDZ just lost to Ramon like barely 2 weeks ago.
All right, first of all, hold on. We got to take that into context. That's being blown up. Just because a person loses a match against someone does not... Guys, math is the only language that does not lie. KDZ losing one match against Ramon does not... He could have had a bad day. Did you take that into account?
Yeah, no. How many times has KDZ beat Ramon?
Exactly. It happens. You can't win forever. That's why KDZ says don't nerf Black Adam. You know, KDZ believes, he's like, if they nerf Black Adam, that means me beating Rico doesn't mean anything.
Right, but what I'm saying is, like, Harley Quinn has done fine before. That's what I'm saying. Like, people want to make it out to be like, she's this horrible bottom tier character, but maybe that's actually not the case.
Compared to the other top tiers, she's not. Because, when I was fighting Soulface, I honestly did not want to be next to him because I didn't want to get mixed up and deal with that mix-up pressure game that he was having me on. And at the same time, it's like, if I go in on him and try to go in on him, I'm putting myself at risk because even as people say Black Adam is OP, his buttons are still not that great, to be honest.
But to me, that's why the strategy they're taking makes sense. Because instead of saying, we're going to take Harley Quinn and make her so broken that she's as good as the absolute top in the game, they're giving characters like marginal buffs, which means it makes them slightly better, but it's not like we're just going to make this character broken right away.
Actually,
and then they're going to see what happens.
We're not taking into account one person's opinion, which when you think about this, Now that I'm talking about the push block, oh my God, he juked and jived that nigga. He got bodied. Whole that shit. Yo, destroyed. And the Vikings. Oh no, is that the Lions? Yes, the Lions. My fault. He hit this guy with the juke jive hard. His ankles are still left back the 30-yard line. But there's a person who made an opinion, and now when I think about it, and I'm talking about the whole push block thing, and the push block thing has nothing to do with a specific character. That's an engine. There's a person who made an opinion about Injustice, and he says why Injustice is kind of fucked up. He said it has nothing to do with the characters. It's the engine itself of the whole game. And that person is CD Jr.
Why is that?
CD Jr. said they need to fix the engine. The engine's bad.
Oh yeah.
And when you really think about it, it's true.
I would agree on that because some of the, how you say it, for instance, if certain characters do certain like forward 3 attacks or whatever, I don't see how they hit me. Like I see like this random phantom invisible hit out of nowhere, and it's like, how did that hit me? Just like Superman's forward 2-3. Half the time when I'm in the air, it randomly just hits me, and I'm like, how did it hit me if his hands were nowhere near me at all?
Because the hitbox.
That's what I said.
It's like the hitbox is a giant circle as opposed to like.
That's a part of the engine, Rico. That's a problem. The engine is fucked. They need
I do agree with that, and I never say nothing wrong against that. But there's nothing we can really do about it. You get me?
Yes, it is. It's called make Ultimate Injustice Gods Among Us.
Injustice Nitro. What they got to do is they got to turn around and they got to shave those collision boxes down to the shape of the character.
Let me say one thing. All right, I know they cannot fix the engine, and said about the Phantom Hitbox in Marvel 3, there are Phantom Hitbox too on a lot of moves. But see, in Marvel you can move. In this game you can't.
Which is what you're talking about in terms of the walk speed, and they have to retool the engine. They need to make New 52 Injustice.
Injustice Nitro, man. Speed that shit up. Narrow down, make the hitboxes closer to the actual characters' bodies rather than just a big bubble over them, and then you'll fix those problems. But what's also going to happen is you're going to have a tighter time of actually making your hits, because of the fact that your hitboxes are going to be reduced.
Yeah, but I don't mind that. As long as they fix the walk speed. And
there's a problem though. I'm sorry, you were talking first.
No, go ahead. It's fine.
The problem is that when you make the hitbox tighter, now you make the game not casual friendly. Casual players don't want to have to look for the frame and
no, they're not. They don't want the timing. They don't want the perfect timing. They want to be able to almost is good enough.
That's it. And so guess what? So if NetherRealms had a choice, well, CD Junior says it's the opposite. They care more about the fighting game community.
They care about the dinero.
Man, you know something? Their job is NetherRealms is caught in a very fucked up situation. Because they have to keep the bottom line intact, but then still service the FGC, which is giving them being a pain in the ass to them. So they're in a world of shit. Hector probably had thought about putting a gun to his mouth several times. Him and Apollo. They're like, oh, I can't take the shit.
I love how you call Apollo
Apollo. Yeah, to be honest, Paulo doesn't care. Like, the reason the walk speed hasn't changed is because Paulo is like, I'm making the game that I want to play in my head. And whatever anyone else says, he doesn't really care. So the funny thing is, if he changes the walk speed, then people come on OBS and go, oh, he shouldn't have listened to the community. The community is weak. They should just play the game. If he doesn't change it, people go on and go, they're not listening to anyone, and the walk speed should be faster. So it's like, how does he win?
Well, he did win. How many copies did the game sold?
Oh, actually, you're
right. The game was selling for the first 3 months, for a while.
It was number 1 for a while. It was number 1 enough that DC comic book fans bought the game because it has their favorite characters in it. Fighting game players bought it because it's a fighting game, and tournament players played it because it was a tournament viable game, or so we thought.
And that's all that matters.
But okay, James. So tell me this. This is what I don't understand. If they care about the casual gamers, which I don't understand. I mean, not in a bad way. Why would they? The casual gamers are not the one that's going to be there. As the tournament players.
They don't care. They don't really. They care about the tournament players, to point A. They care about the casual gamer because that's where their sales is.
Yep.
3 million copies of the game sells. 100 people are tournament players. Where are you going to make your money?
Yeah, but Injustice is a whole new engine. It's a different game compared to the rest. I'm pretty sure the majority of people that bought it is because, oh my god, look, Superman and Batman and all these characters and shit. I'm pretty sure that's the reason why the casual gamer bought the game.
Yeah, that's exactly why they bought it. That's why Superman's overpowered.
Because let's be, and I said this in the beginning, you know, when the game first came out. Characters need, you know, I mean, everybody wants this balance, but I'm still a firm believer that depending on who the character is, isn't Shazam strong in the fucking DC universe?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
Shazam and Black Adam should be 5-5 matchups.
And then Superman should be 6-4 with him.
6-4. 6-4.
Lobo's supposed to be the best in the game.
Who?
Lobo.
Lobo, technically,
yeah,
Lobo, yes.
Lobo
Lobo
is.
should be the best in the game.
Because you can't kill him. No. Lobo. What's supposed to be with Lobo? Because if we're going to use the lore of the comic to go with the action.
My nigga.
Hold on. Let me
Don't
finish
do
what
it
I
again.
say.
Don't
Let
do
me
it again.
finish what I say.
Don't do
Let
it
me
again.
finish what I say
Lobo
first.
has all the lantern rings, my nigga. The only one that can fuck with him is Superman. I am telling you this because I know.
Junior, let me finish first. I wasn't going to disagree with you. I was actually agreeing with you.
Okay.
Now,
You better.
Lobo is supposed to be the best in the game depending on where in the time frame this is. Now, obviously, they're not going to make Lobo with the lantern ring, so we can't use that, Junior, because if they make Lobo with the lantern ring, that's like saying, okay, there's an alternate costume to pick Superman Prime. Then why is there even a first player story in this entire game?
So Lobo is so ridiculous that he has all the lantern rings and he doesn't even use them because he says that he's more powerful than all the rings. That nigga is God.
Lobo is godlike because Lobo is
He called
Lobo
him
is
trash.
godlike
He
because
called the rings trash. Yeah.
Lobo is godlike because he has a Thanos ability. Heaven nor hell wants.
The motherfucker killed Superman. The motherfucker killed Santa Claus.
He cannot die. He killed
he kicked
Thanos
Superman
and
in the nuts.
and fucked God's angels. And then sent him to hell, and then he fucked up hell, and Satan was like, the fuck are you doing? Don't send this nigga down here. Well, I don't want him. Well, shit, leave him in the universe. But that's fucked up. He's gonna put, that shit ain't my problem. And God and devil shook hands on that day. It was like, yo, let Lobo rock. And that's what it is. But let's keep it within let's keep it within the continuity of the storyline. So to be happy is Lobo should have the most endurance. That's what should happen.
I believe that. I believe that shit.
He should have whack moves because Lobo is a sloppy character. Lobo doesn't know any real fighting. Lobo is like whatever. With all the moves you see Lobo has right now, he should suck ass just like what he has. But guess what? 4-2-3. If you 4-2-3 him in a corner for 71%, to Lobo it's 30.
Nah, that's all deep, my nigga. Then Batman can't do shit to that nigga.
But guess what? But leave Lobo as ass as he is because Lobo can't really do much damage to you anyway. He does normal damage like everyone else, but he doesn't have any. You know who Lobo is like? Lobo
That
should be
nigga
like.
Lobo could hurt Superman, dog. What you talking about?
Yeah, I know. Lobo should be like Hakan. He doesn't really have any strings.
Nigga, he is like Hakan.
He is.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh.
He don't do shit unless you're a godlike player.
I think his only buff should be
fixing his fucking arms.
No, fixing his endurance. No, leave everything fucked up the way it is, because that makes it now believable within the lore of the character. Yeah, Lobo can't fight well, but you have to do everything in your power to combo this motherfucker. Superman has to do 3 reset 4-2-3 combos in the corner just to take off his first life bar. Because then that makes it look like, oh shit, damn, Lobo's mad
If that's
powerful.
the case, then shit. That's the case. The niggas same with Doomsday. Shit.
Yeah.
Doomsday would have. Doomsday should have the most durability. All the negative being his moves ass.
Lobo in the DC universe with all those characters there, Lobo has to have the most. He's immortal. He cannot be killed.
Same with Doomsday. Doomsday dies, he comes back.
Yes.
He keeps coming back.
Lobo can never die and come back because he never dies to begin with. That's my point. So he should have the most durability. If you're gonna give Doomsday more durability than he already has, then something's gotta go with the offense. You can't. That's like Zangief. You can't get Zangief, T-Hawk, and Hakan. If you're gonna give them high life, you have to nerf their attacks. It's the only way to balance the game. Because if you give Zangief Sakura buttons with his health,
He's fucking stupid as fuck.
Any other character in the game.
Yo, why can't we just all go play Hokuto no Ken? Why can't we just play Hokuto no Ken?
Because I don't feel like seeing Toki all fucking day. Next question.
Nah, nigga, chill, because you see Ray.
No, but like what Triforce was saying, like Zangief is a perfect example. You know, I've always believed that in designing a game, big guys, slow, powerful. Medium guys, a mix of some power and some speed. Little motherfuckers, less damage, but more fast. And then you look at characters like Green Arrow. Green Arrow shouldn't be able to fucking pound the shit out of you the way he can.
Yeah,
he should be able to. He should be able to get in quick. He should be able to arrow the shit out of you.
He's supposed to have Green Arrow is not to cut you off, James, but Green Arrow is supposed to be a zoning character. Hence the fucking.
Why give me fucking arrows?
Having an arrow. Why would you have an arrow but you have a godlike up close game? What? Are you kidding me?
His up close game is alright, but he does it's barely any damage.
Yeah, he doesn't do any real damage to begin with like that. But the only thing I don't agree with Arrow is that for a zoning character, I don't see why he has such a big reloading time to get different arrows, whatnot. Because he's gonna sacrifice his life bar just to reload different types of arrow, which I think is kind of silly.
I don't even like his arrows, to be honest.
That makes sense. That makes sense,
Dude,
Rico.
that ice arrow is no fucking joke.
Because I feel bad for Chris every time I play him. That every time he reloads and I hit him with a black magic or whatever, and he even cries about it. He's like, "Oh my god, just because I got to reload, I'm gonna lose this."
Find the right time to reload. if you read the time he's reloading, you should benefit from it. Fuck out of here. You want to give him a safe reload? Get the fuck out of here. The fuck? What type of fucking stupid ass engine is that? Let's give Green Arrow a safe reload. What?
Give him an Uzi. Give him an Uzi of arrows.
How's he supposed to zone? What? Wait, hitting with you with 1% regular arrow? That's kind of shitty.
The regular arrows should get buffed like 4%.
Yeah, man. Max said that the regular arrow should at least do 4% on hit.
Yeah.
Okay, then buff the number on that. Then that's it. But don't give him faster reload time. Fuck no, that's bullshit. Then that means you'll have no openings in between him. Cause he can zone you and he's decent up close. Yes, he doesn't do much damage, but his buttons are good. You can't give someone like that fucking fast reload. If you want to give someone faster reload, Deathstroke should have the best reload in the game. That should be the cable of the game.
That nigga did.
Yeah, and then they nerfed it, which made no
Yeah, but don't. But once again, he got nerfed on the first month, couple of weeks, whatever, because of the casual gamers crying about Deathstroke.
No, it wasn't the casual gamers. It was the tournament, the test your mites, and the MKUs that cried. It had nothing to do with casual gamers. Don't bitch about nothing. They're the unsung heroes.
They really, yeah.
First of all, the casual gamers are playing the first player story mode, and as far as they're concerned, if it was not for Batman to give fucking people kryptonite pills, Superman's the best in the game. You ask a casual gamer, who's the best in the game?
Yeah, that's half true.
Casual gamers are playing GTA 5.
That's half true, but honestly, if you go online and play Deathstroke versus some people and look at the Xbox messages that you get back and then tell me that casual gamers don't complain.
Man, you are
kinds of you will get an inbox full of hate mail.
Dude, I went to a lobby on the first month, and with Black Adam, all I did was run away and chuck lightning. And all I got was, "Oh, you're a pussy ass guy. All you do is fucking run away. You suck. Oh, you're gonna run away. You're gonna keep shooting lightning at me. You suck. You don't know how to."
Then they saw your Facebook was like, that big nigga. Oh shit! I was just talking shit to that dude. He gonna choke the fuck out.
Yeah, but you know what? But see, the thing is, that's where it ends. They don't reach out. They're not reaching out to Ed Boon, Paulo, and fucking Hector and being like, "Oh, you gotta nerf this and you gotta buff this."
Yo, who's playing Metal Gear Solid?
Somebody's phone.
I heard that note, but then
no, that was my phone. James is right. That was my phone.
I saw what the casual gamer said after the Evo Grand Finals. Did anyone read the comments on IGN? That stuff was brutal.
Did anybody read the comments in fucking chat? They was going in on that shit.
It was.
I don't. What's the word for this? I don't think any of those people. Well, that's a strong statement I'm about to say. I don't think the majority of the people online are even casual. I think the people online are at the very least aspiring competitive gamers. Because when I mean casual, I mean people who go and buy the game,
Because
like
you like
Mortal
comics.
Kombat. They just buy the game for the storyline. They don't even know. For instance, here's an example. I'm a casual Gears of War fan. I don't buy Gears of War to go online to play the online version. I buy Gears of War because I want to see the story between the
and the cog.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only purpose why I even bought the game. But then you have people who buy the
That's
game.
the reason why I buy COD. I buy COD, I be story mode, and I put that shit on my rack, and it collects dust.
Now
I don't even play multiplayer.
You have those who buy it and they hear about the online and they feeling themselves and they go, yo, if I went online, man, because yo, you saw you saw how I body that fucking first player mode. I beat that shit on the hardest difficulty, man. If I go online, my gun, I'm a bust guns and murk niggas, and they go online
And they get blown the fuck up.
Get blown the fuck up. Now
You get blown the fuck up by two 11-year-olds and a fucking mom and shit. Like, what the hell just happened?
Now what happens is you find out who's a casual and who's the aspiring. The aspiring gamers, they simply get upset, complain, leave something in your inbox, like anthrax or some type of virus or some shit like that, and they try to fight it out.
Actually, that's incorrect. And DevilMaySpy can fucking attest to this shit. Yo, that Alex Valle stream, that nigga was sending hate mail to everybody who beat him.
Who, Alex Valle?
Yup. He was in the hate mail. That nigga was like, he got beat in Street Fighter Cross Tekken by this guy and Cody player. And that nigga sat there for a minute and looked at his screen, and then he went right to the mail, and then some guy was like, "What are you gonna do? Ask him to play again?" And you see the look on Valle's face, like, "Yo, this motherfucker here." And he wrote this long ass message about how dude was garbage.
Yeah, there you go. That's that aspiring gamer shit. That's that aspiring gamer.
Am I lying, Devil? Am I lying?
No, I believe you. That
nigga asked. He asked me what was a good insult, and I was like, "Yo, tell him." I was like, "Yo, tell him." To pack that game up to GameStop and use promo code garbage to get a free copy of Madden. He was like, "I'm going to use that," and I was like, "Yeah, you go around ahead and use that, dude. It's all right." That first one is free, nigga.
That's a prime example of someone who's competitive. No one who's competitive, I don't give a fuck how humble you are. I know
he did not expect that kid to win, yo. He did not expect that kid to win at all. He beat his ass with. I mean, his Cody and guy was solid as fuck.
Have you guys ever seen? Have you?
He said this motherfucker beat me. Motherfucker, he was sitting there. More fucks came out of his mouth than I ever heard him say ever. And then he went straight to fucking. He went straight to game message, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, yo, if you send that message, that dude is gonna screenshot that shit and send it straight to fucking Facebook.
Have you guys ever seen Justin Wong rage? He doesn't do it in public.
I seen Justin mad.
No, you seen him mad, but have you ever seen him rage?
I saw him Justin cry, nigga. I seen Justin cry, nigga.
I've seen Justin get on Sanford levels of no, you don't understand. That was bullshit. And then he starts breaking down the tape, and I was like, yo, you know you sound like Sanford, right? And he looked at you, and he looked at me and was like, first of all, Sanford wouldn't even do that. I'm like, look, man, you just lost. Just fuck it. Just pack it up, nigga. Whatever.
Don't let that shit fool you where you think these people do, like the top players. Don't be bitching.
I did it one time on early in Injustice as well against KDZ at I think it was Connecticut. It was the grand.
Oh, I remember that.
The Chong Challenge in Connecticut.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, anyway, me and Junior were there in KDZ. I forgot who else was there. So basically, I ended up being a grand final with KDZ. I was in Winterside, and more to the fact that I was also upset because of the modern just felt weird. I kept messing up, and he just kept hitting me with 4-2-3 over and over. I ended up shaking his hand, but I ended up calling him the next day and apologizing to him that I didn't really mean to do it. I was just really upset about how it went down and stuff.
He told me that. You told me that.
I mean,
Man, you gotta
look,
watch
I'll
out.
say this. I ain't never in my entire fucking life taken the time to write, and I've gotten cheesed out with some dick shit where I played some motherfucker on like a fucking 2400 board modem, and I'm like, you know what? It's a fucking game. If I can't get that mad, especially at online, no matter how mad I can fucking possibly get, and I just kind of go, yeah, you know what? It is what it is. And like my rule now that I'm playing Street Fighter is I won't stop until I win. Like, I won't go to bed until I win the fucking last. I gotta walk out the last match. I gotta win.
Your ass about to die.
And there's been some motherfucking matches where I'm playing.
You never sleep?
What's that?
Does that mean you never sleep?
No, that's not. No, not true, man. I actually my Ryu. I got some Ryu skill. I got that fucking fireball, ducking fucking fierce bullshit.
Here's some shit. Now, I'm gonna say something about James. Now, James hasn't played Street Fighter since Jesus walked the earth, right? No, listen to the story, because this is to make a point. I was in next level. Now I don't play fighting games, and what I mean by that is like you will never catch me sitting down, running over some whatever to try to learn the game over and over and over again. That's not me. I don't like fighting games like that. Now. The reason why
you play fighting games that you already know, basically.
No, I don't even. No,
I play Smash Brothers. You own that shit.
Triforce, don't lie to me, Triforce. Triforce, don't lie to me, nigga.
Dog,
nigga,
I don't.
Nigga, didn't we play Alpha 2? Didn't we play Alpha 2?
Just because you see me in next level playing Alpha 2, getting 20-game win streaks does not mean I sit there and play it. First of all, I'm only in next level. I'm only in next level because I'm only in at next level because I'm trying to. Oh, that was gay. I'm only in next level because I'm trying to get stats on the players. That's the only reason why I'm in next level. It's not because I'm in next level because I want to come and play alpha or whatever the case may be. Now, with that being said, I do use a lot of old school fundamental stuff that I learned from Street Fighter 2 and apply to alpha. That's why I'm beating certain people who go there and play in they have what's the old school tournament that they have every month at next level?
Savage Saturday, is it?
Tropanga or some shit like that. Yeah, or whatever the hell that shit is. And then the one that not Flash Metroid, the one that Flash Gordon hosts. Because there's a tournament where all the OGs go. It's Flash, Bandai, Jerron, you, the other guy.
Old man day. It's just the old man day.
Right? Now, that old man day. Now, I sit there and I play against those guys, and I can get 2 or 3 games, provided these guys are streaking me like 6 or 7 games straight. And they're like, oh, Triforce, you still playing? I'm like, nah. I'm like, even if I still played back then, I don't think I'll beat you guys in a 2 out of 3. I'll be able to do better than what I'm doing now, but those guys are just better than me. Now, James has not, like I said, hasn't played Street Fighter since Jesus walked the earth. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm going to rape James because he doesn't know nothing about the game. James sits down and plays and actually holds a matchup against me. And then I said, you know something, Triforce? You're a fucking idiot. The nigga is old as Jesus himself. Where you thought he lost his skill? You dumbass. That's the point I'm trying to make. Even though he doesn't play the game, there's certain fundamentals. And that's what today's competitive gamers don't have. Dudes don't have no fundamentals. What they think is fundamentals today isn't fundamental. It isn't. That's like today's basketball players say, oh, when you dribble it, when you want to cross over, you throw it around the back. Fundamentals will say, if you throw it around your back, that's called carrying. Fundamentally speaking. Nah, you can throw it around your back. Dogs, that's carrying. No, it's not. Dogs, it's on your wrist. No, that's how you hold the ball. Yes, that's how you hold the ball today. Back then, when you dribbled, if the ball ever touched your wrist, it was called carrying. Period.
Now motherfuckers are carrying that shit all over the place.
Everyone's carrying. They don't fucking call carrying anymore. Now it's just traveling.
Traveling's after 6 steps. 6 steps without a dribble up to travel now.
And that's what I'm talking about in terms of fundamentals. A lot of the guys that are playing games today, they don't know the fundamentals. What I will say about today's generation is that they have a mediocre concept of footsies. A mediocre concept. Because unfortunately, if you're not Alex Valle, if you're not Justin Wong, let me see
Ricky.
who else. If you're not Dominion, Ricky, Sanford, Jerome.
I was gonna say because Ricky footsies are ridiculous.
Yeah,
Ricky footsies are nuts.
Damn die.
Happy Medicine, Damn Die, Jason Cole, Troy Watson.
Flash Gordon.
Don't know what footsies is.
But see, this is the part that, like, alright, the one thing that I found out from playing Street Fighter 4 now is they fucked footsies up.
Yeah, they did.
That from what it used to be to what it was now, it's like you get in shit that like used to. I mean, like even like when you go through like the tutorial and shit, and the shit that they're calling combos, like jumping with a kick into like a medium punch, a ducking medium punch, and then like
that's different, James. That's different. Those are all just links and shit.
Yeah, but those that whole link shit, that whole link shit is like.
Because with Ryu,
I don't dig it.
with Ryu, it's jumping. You do jumping fear, standing middle, standing jab. So you learn links like that. Like the Vega one's worse. The Vega one is like 4 mediums in a row.
Yeah.
4 medium punches in a fucking row. That shit is hard as fuck.
That's another dude who has godlike foot.
Zeus is good too.
Fucking Zeus.
Zeus is really good with that shit.
Yeah, that was actually one of his buffs. They give him faster normals.
Yeah, Zeus is fucking amazing, and I'll say that all day, and call it what you will. But I remember when that kid, I remember when like that kid first got on the scene, yo, with like that Vega, nobody could fuck with him. Like nobody could deal with the type of shit he was doing. But see, the cool shit was he'd wait. So he'd wait for you to fucking throw something, and he would come in there, throwing like a few mediums.
The first time he came into the scene, he was actually not that good. He actually just disappeared for a while. And then came back, I think, with either this year or last year.
Oh, really?
On a different level. Like, obviously, he stepped his shit up.
Yeah, because like it was like I guess when I saw Zeus, it must have been when he came back. Cause like my friend MBN Rogue, he was like, "Yo, you guys see these other this other Vega player called Zeus." I'm like, "Who the fuck is that?" He's like, "It's some kid, yo. He's a fucking beast." And he was like, "You might see him on the little next level stream." So I was like, "Okay, I'll see you on the 8 on the break." So I saw him that one time, and I was like, "Wow, this kid's pretty fucking nasty, yo." And he was like, "Yeah, yo, that fucking Vega, like, he waits for you to just fuck up. That's it. He waits, and his patience is ridiculous. And he'll throw the mediums out until you don't block a medium, then he just fucking eats you up with that medium into the EX dive all day."
Well, just for the record, Triforce, I'm not gonna actually probably be playing the next patch much if I don't actually like it. So you might actually get some wins on next level.
Wow. Yo, this nigga's popping off. Alright, first of all, now I gotta address that. I can't let that rock. That one can't rock. That one cannot rock. First of all, this is the reality. KDZ would come to the break and next level and try to interrupt your little win streak, to be very honest with you. But actually, you know something? I ain't fuck KDZ. I ain't even gonna talk about KDZ. I'm gonna start some drama in your house right now.
3 months, he has came a few times, and
no, he hasn't.
past 3 months, nobody has took him up on win streak on next level.
No, he has not come. The last time he came, no, first of all, not Rico, stop it. The last time KDZ came to next level to face you was the last time I was in New York. Because we both got on the same plane to go to VXG. And we both came here to VXG. And when he went back to New York City after VXG, he never went back to next level. So, yes, you're dominating, but let's not create fibs here.
No, I'm being serious. No, you're making it sound like he only went there once. He went there a few times.
No, he went there 3. No, but that's back when I was still in New York. KDZ went there, he won 2 and lost 3. He went there like 5 times. You beat him 3 times. And he won twice, beating you once in the 2 wins he had there. And he didn't want to go there because he said he doesn't unlike the break. He likes the break setup because he's familiar. But whatever his excuse is or whatever. Let's not talk about KDZ. Let's cause some drama where you are right now. You's a bitch, nigga. Real talk. You's a bitch, nigga. Because when CD Jr. had your number, you had to fucking counterpick him.
Wait. But it's okay when, not to change games or whatever, but it's okay when Sanford and all these other people did it to me in Street Fighter, and I had to hold that, right? I wouldn't complain about it. I would just deal with it.
No. You're right. You're right.
Shit.
And not for nothing, if I was in grand finals and winners, he beat me 2 games, so all he had to do was beat me just 1 game to get that 1 reset. And he went to Superman and Black Adam, so I don't see how is that my fault.
The thing is, though, from what I was told, you laughed in his face, dogs. You laughed in his face.
No,
So like,
I don't do that in tournaments. I never do that. It's the same thing with like playing to win at TFC, right? Then before we get finished with junior stuff, playing to win, I'll go up to him before we play, and I'm like, I said to him, oh, I don't understand why you and Moon combo and downplay your character, and he just spazzes out, oh, don't fucking say that, I never fucking say that, like mad loud and cursing at me, and I asked him politely, playing to win.
Do that.
Playing to win, and
I don't know why he was doing that. That's bullshit.
And I asked him, wait, hold on. I asked him politely, can you please not curse at me or whatever, or talk loud, because I'm not doing it. I'm not being disrespectful towards you. And he keeps on. So I get mad, and I told him, all right, can we just play? And he tries to talk to me, and I'm like, oh, can we just play? I don't care anymore. Yeah, so we play whatever, and when he actually beats me, he unplugged his controller real fast and hard, whatever, and just storms off and looks at me from like across the venue, and it's like,
oh yeah, I remember that. I remember seeing that.
Are you serious? Really? Is that serious? So then later on in the day, I get a couple of people coming up to me. Oh yeah, he was saying that you were talking shit to him when you were playing. I'm like, I don't do shit like that. When I'm at a tournament, I do take my tournament matches serious. I don't talk shit. I don't laugh at people or whatever, because that's not me. I never done that. Even you can ask Street Fighter people. I don't do that type of shit ever, unless I know you. So then,
oh no, I know that. That's not. I'm not trying to suggest that you were being facetious with CD Junior. I'm just saying the only reason why you win so consistently there, and I'm just going to keep this shit real, because CD Junior is right next to you. It's because CD Junior doesn't go there consistently. I think if he went there, I think. I think it's true.
It used to be just him. Untrue. That's untrue, because for the longest it was CD Junior and fucking Rico in finals
every week
for a long ass time. Yup.
No, Junior doesn't go all the time.
Dude, he had a streak of like 2 months.
Yeah.
Who was the one winning at first at the beginning? It was Chris G, right?
No, it was.
You weren't going there when the game first came out. You were.
Oh, when the. No,
so it was Chris and CD Junior, and then when I started going, I lost the first two or three times, and then after that, I just been playing on top whatever most of the time. Well,
yeah, you've been the most consistent at next level. That's a fact. You're the Sanford and the Chris G for Injustice. But before the game changes, we're gonna stop that shit, nigga. I'll come back to New York on Thursday. Shit is happening. Yo, Junior, you heard what I said. Yo, get this nigga before he gets out of the game.
Hey, let me ask you. Wait. Let me change the subject a little bit. Hey, Rico, whose arms are bigger, yours or Junior's?
Probably Junior's. Now I haven't been in the gym for 4 months.
How much roids is he shooting his ass?
How much Roy's does he shoot up in his ass?
Yo, so you're changing the video game conversation. You can talk about dicks.
No, I ain't talking about no dicks. I'm talking about the needle you stick in your ass.
Looks like Rico watches the show a lot. Rico was on top of that shit like, nah, James, you about to make that shit into a dick joke. I know you, motherfucker.
Listen. But Junior, don't let this nigga run. Just don't let him use that as an excuse. Oh, NetherRealms fucked the game up, so I'm not playing no more. That's not an excuse.
If you notice, everything that everybody is crying about Black Adam, he's practically getting all that nerf because everybody's just crying about him, whatever. So they want to.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. Both Black Adam and Superman is getting a dick in the ass hard.
Superman's not getting as bad as Black Adam though.
I don't know about that. When I was told, they're both getting equally fucked. They're both getting equally fucked hard. All that shit, that damage Superman's doing, goodbye.
He'll still be doing nearly 60 in a corner.
Nope.
Yeah, we'll see.
Nope.
Hopefully they incorporate MK4's maximum damage and push it to the other side of the screen.
I don't think that they can bring down Superman that fucking much.
You can't bring him down.
They're not bringing him down that much, dude. Now, don't get me wrong. He's probably going to get bit for a shitload of damage, but it's going to be damage across the board, not just overall damage nerf. It's going to be like certain abilities probably with scaling and shit like that. But dude, I don't see Superman catching it that bad, yo.
Yo,
I could honestly play the characters, but I really don't enjoy playing the other characters because I don't like Aquaman. I like him in the game, but like in the
I was ready to say,
I really don't like Aquaman.
Yeah, I was ready to say because you used Aquaman the fucking tournament. I was like, what the hell, Rico using Aquaman for, man?
If I broke my heart, but I don't really like him.
This is what I wanted to say to Crimson. Crimson, you heard what Rico said? That's a prime example of what I'm talking about. Rico plays this game because he likes a specific character. If they gang bang Black Adam, the scene is going to lose one of its most prominent players. This is why nerfing is not a good thing.
Yeah.
Now, if
It's
they buff
not,
everyone
but it's
else,
gonna happen anyway.
In a way, I feel bad because at TFC there was a lot of I met people like Reno Rex, like the Atlanta people, all this stuff, and they were telling me that they honestly wouldn't want me to leave, whatever, because they think I'm a good role model for the community and whatnot. But at the
I
same,
don't think
it's
you
like
should leave either.
at the same time, it's like, why would I want to play something that I've been playing from day one, and it's the only reason why I'm actually playing the game. Why would I want to go to the same struggle I did with Street Fighter, playing a medium or B tier character, just to go to the same struggle at a different game? Yeah, I really don't want to do that shit again.
No, the game's how old now?
4 months, and I believe it's changed like 6 times already or whatever. Because I don't know, for obvious reasons.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, fortunately, hopefully this is the last of them. I don't know exactly what they're changing, but
I mean, all I gotta say is, look, at least people should just relax. Let the patch come out. Play the game before you jump to conclusions about this character is going to be low tier now. Just play the game, because it's happened before. They've been like, we're normalizing this character. We're going to nerf him, whatever. And then they were still cool. So before everyone jumps to conclusions, just play the game.
No, wait. Let me, because the change they did to Superman before, we're making his breath +1 to +0. Big deal. It actually made it better for its phasing. Black Adam, the normalizing it on Black Adam, they reduce his damage a bit, and then his regular dive kick, like I said, if they do it perfectly, if I do any regular dive kick, that's a free damage that they could do on him, but nobody really does have it. So only a couple of players does it, like CD, Rio, some Tom Brady, whatever, when he's on his not emo days, but other players, honestly,
when is Brady not emo?
When he's winning, I guess.
He's winning.
Tom Brady's not emo.
Yo, Brady is even emo when he wins. He wins and then goes on the mic and cries and blows.
What I'm trying to say is,
in his defense, you know why he's like that? Do you know that?
Because of Sub-Zero?
No, it's because no one qualifies him as an actual champion. They think he sucks, and they use double standards against him.
Triforce, when I first started playing Injustice, I actually wanted just to be Brady too, whatever. But after getting to know the guy, I honestly love him. He's a real cool guy. I just hate it when he loses. How emo he is. It's like I don't know. I just can't stand it. It's like, come on, dude. You're 36 years old. Why you're acting like that? Why you letting people opinion actually get to your head? Like, you know the reason why they're doing that to you is because
James told him that. I told him that. You told him that. A lot of people tell him the same shit. For some reason,
you know what I want to get to, Triforce? Like a situation about like how people be complaining about certain players or whatever. Like he's a perfect example at TFC. PR Rock was playing Killer Frost, whatever. He's playing this match.
7-0.
What happened?
Against 7-0?
Yeah. He's playing that match, yo, and somebody remember. I think Rico, you were watching it too,
yeah,
right?
I was watching it. And basically, what the guy that was running pools was getting hyped.
Screaming he was screaming in his ear and shit. And then
he was just being loud. And P.R. Burrock turned around and told him, "Oh, can you please go to the other side because you're being really annoying. You're distracting. You're being really annoying. Blah 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 and stuff." And after he lost 7-0, he basically told the guy, "Oh, disqualify me from my pools. I don't want to play anymore."
Yeah, he told Fran to DQ him from his pools. After he won the match, he's like, "Yo, Fran, DQ me from my pools." He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna go on Twitter and I'm gonna blow the NRS community up. I'm gonna say this game is ass." I was like, "Yo, Dad, don't do that. You're gonna hurt everybody, not just the game, that one person."
I mean, I know his one beef, which actually, in my opinion, was a legitimate beef. He won ECT, was it? And that was supposed to be a qualifier, and he wasn't seeded.
Wait, who won ECT?
Didn't Brady win ECT?
Oh, no. That was a legitimate. He called me on that.
Yeah.
He called me on that. That was a legitimate. It was a first qualifier for TFC, and he's like, "Why am I in the same pool?" He was like, "If I get out of my pool's winners, I have to play the Evo champion." I was like, "What?"
And if I lose, I gotta play fucking Rico.
Rico Suave. I was like, "All right, that's nonsense." I was like, "That's nonsense." As much as Brady complained, he was completely right in that situation. You cannot justify that. That's bullshit.
Nigga, I had first round Chris G. What are you talking about?
My nigga,
But you're not seeded. But you're not seeded.
You don't go to tournaments, boss, so you don't have any
I
points.
think I said I had first round Chris G.
And I,
You know how bad luck, nigga.
it's still me and Chris G went 2-2. It went 2-1 final match, and it was
What
like
happened?
Yeah, well, the deep waters of the pools took care of that problem for Brady.
Yo, remember when we was talking about cribs in? Yo, dudes became lifeguards, B. Yo,
you know what's funny though, Rico? You know what's funny? The hot girl. There was this hot girl player that was playing Chris, and I told Chris what to do. Chris loses to the hot girl player. I beat him later on in my pool as well. I was like, yo, I like that Chris.
The thing about Chris though, he's a very talented individual, but I can guarantee you, I'm pretty sure he doesn't really know the game as much as any of the other top players. I'm pretty sure he doesn't practice it nor care for it that much. He honestly do care for it because he asked me that he wish he could practice it, but he just doesn't. And I'm pretty sure him playing like 20 games, I'm pretty sure he doesn't practice the game at all to know.
The reason
he didn't know the matchup. He told me he's like, I really don't know the matchup, and I told him some
the issue
pointers.
is jack of all trades, master of none.
But
that's the problem.
But AE and fucking Marvel apparently he is.
Don't disrespect AE. It has nothing to do with AE. He's exploiting. He has solid fundamentals in AE, and he's exploiting something that's very broken in the game with Sakura. That's all it is. It's not. Trust me, because
are you referring to unfair? Oh, wait, are you talking about the unblockable?
No, I'm talking about the unblockable. I'm talking about the EX Hurricane, how he's plus like 3 or 4, and then the regular EX Hurricane, he's plus on it. How are you gonna be plus on both versions?
That's just her shenanigans. But I do agree with you on the unblockable stuff in the corner.
Like that takes him very far. That is ridiculous. Now, I'm sorry, when you can walk up and do a 3-frame fierce, who the fuck qualified Capcom to allow this lanky bitch to have a 3-frame fierce? Why does this have to have that?
Because she's Asian.
Sanford Sanford watched the grand finals, and Sanford said he almost felt like crying for Justin because he knew how completely unfair that was. He's like, so she can do Tatsu, B+, walk up to Rufus. Rufus cannot jab her. She can fierce. Put him in hit stun combo. The combo carries him all the way to the corner, and then if Justin doesn't EX Messiah, which makes him open, because it's going to miss, he gets caught Vortex on the unblockable. What?
Catch that Vortex all day. You can catch that Vortex
Not for nothing, Triforce, but like when I came back to next level and I was doing really good in AE, because when I was actually playing it, I was beating Chris. I would say 85% of the time every time I play him. And the matchup with Sakura and Abel Bison, it's a lot worse than fighting a character that doesn't have a DP. It's reverse.
No. It's even worse. You don't have any reversals. I know,
and the one reversal I do have, he could just Tatsu to even just hit me out of it and whatnot.
All right, but Triforce, you just put yourself on blast, and here's the reason why.
Why?
Because for you to be like two very talented players, right? KDZ and Chris G. KDZ wins.
Who's gonna go there?
Because he's talented, but Chris G wins because he exploited Sakura being broken.
No.
Where's the congruency?
Here's a congruency in it. Superman does not have a goddamn unblockable. That's why.
But he has so many.
He's got a super that breaks the game.
She doesn't have one.
Two frames.
2-frame super.
You can get out of that. You just gotta activate yourself in half a frame.
First of all, when Superman...
The only way you get out of that shit is to get hit by it. That's how you get hit. You get hit by that shit.
First of all, okay, that's it. Okay, they nerfed it. They nerfed the damage. They nerfed the damage on the super. So the only way that super is ever ultra effective is if he traits up. So if Superman traits up, all you have to do is try to keep your distance to wait for that trait to go down. Even if he catches you on a super, how much damage does that do? How much damage does the super do?
40-something percent.
Like
33. They normalize the super damage. It's 33. You have to trait up to get the 40. So you only lose 30-something damage. 30-something, whatever the actual number is. I know it's in the 30s because they normalize. That was the last patch against Superman to normalize his damage. So KDZ, that's why KDZ says it doesn't matter because I'll just trade up and then do the super. So if he trades up, wait. Try to keep the spacing. That's the metagame. You have to wait until it gets rid of it. Then you take the risk to go fight him. Now, if you're in a situation where Superman is up and you're down by 30% life and he has super, oh, that's a fucked up situation to be in. Should have been in that situation.
Nah, you don't even have to be down. It could just be, it could literally be the end of the match and both people have 30%.
So
and all of a sudden,
that's a fucked up situation.
Yup.
That's a fucked up
Fucking
situation.
pop it. Wrap that shit up.
That's circumstantial. That does not always happen because you know. Guess what, Chris? You can have 50% life if Chris G has full meter. If Chris G hits you with his green arrow, someone told me this, but you can't breaker the combo when he hits you with the super. Why is that? What the fuck is that?
I'm trying to turn it off. Hold on.
Oh shit!
here we go.
Oh shit! Dominican joint. Oh yeah.
Can someone explain to me that? Why does
I mean, with Green Arrow, at least for him to even do how you say it, he doesn't. Well, I don't know. With Superman, he doesn't need to waste meter to be effective. He's bound to always have super, and then when he does his corner combo in the corner, he's practically gaining that 1 meter that he used to freeze you up.
Yes,
He's
he
getting
is.
it right back.
Right back.
Superman. This is the only thing I don't like about this game. That some characters like Wonder Woman, they don't have to waste any meter to be effective at all. They're always gonna have super. They're always gonna have meter to clash and win the clash battle. And people want to, like, for example, complain about Black Adam, but it's like he has to waste meter to be effective. He has to waste meter half the match, half the time to even do anything, even good or safe, whatever, or even try to apply some sort of pressure. But then you have characters that don't waste any meter at all, still get either good or decent damage, and they're always gonna have either super or 3 bars on the screen.
And that is why they should not nerf Black Adam. That is exactly why. Because the strength is Black Adam has a solid keep away game, right? And he has solid damage output.
It's okay, to be honest.
That's what I mean. I don't.
If they fight the character more than enough, you can actually start reacting to the little black cloud that he throws out on the screen, and some characters can actually just punish him just for risking throwing out a projectile from like 3/4 of the screen.
Wait, which one? Well, which one are you talking about, Rico? You talking about lightning or you talking about black magic?
Oh, lightning bolt.
Black magic.
Black magic is so negative. I wouldn't even risk throwing out black magic unless you're just trying to zone me.
I mean, it's back and forth because it depends on the character that can punish lightning.
And it also it depends on the player behind the character who reacts. The point I'm trying to make is this: to answer the situation with Code Warrior, when Code Warrior was talking about the congruency behind it. This bitch Sakura can touch you from one end of the screen to the next and put you in an unblockable vortex situation. If Superman if Superman's at one end of the screen,
4-2-3, meter burn breath, back in 3, jump with 2, forward 2, 3, and you're on the other side of the screen.
No, you're a quarter away. You're a quarter away from the back end of the screen. You're not at the actual.
But that's if he elects not if he can even do the damn dive reset. Then you're extra fucked. And when you get up, you got
here's
left.
the problem. But here's what the problem is. Here's the problem. After taking that much damage, after taking that much damage and being pushed to a quarter end of the screen, if Superman decides to 4-2-3 you again, you can get up, right? You can get up, and then you can, what's the word for this? Advance guard to push Superman off, and then
push block.
Have a chance. And
then
the
he
push block,
comes,
that's what I'm
like when you push block, he's still there.
Now, what if you push block and he meter burn super punch?
Oh,
Then
then that's
right
the
back
guess.
in your ass.
That's the guess.
Right back in your ass.
That's the guess. But guess what? No, guess what now? Watch this now. Guess what? When Sakura hits you with short tip you shot, short tip you shot, short tip you shot, short, ha, and you land, you don't have a push block option. You don't have a parry, and it doesn't matter if you focus attack. When you wake up, you will be unblockable, and you will die. That's it. There is no choice. You don't have an option. You gotta hope to God. That's why Samper wakes up and just does random tiger uppercut. Because he says, if I might as well just do it and hope to God. Oh, but that's right. Sakura can just jump in the safe fucking land. So I just tiger uppercut for nothing. So the bitch walked me from left to right, and now the bitch is gonna walk me back from right to left. Oh, that's right. Oh, I forgot to tell you about this. When she walks you back from right to left, the first start of the combo, you're dizzy.
Oh yeah. Then it's level 3 focus combo.
Well, depending on the
another
character,
combo. Level 3 focus, another combo, and the only reason why Sanford even survives half that shit is because Sagat has 1050 life. That's why. So if you pick a regular character, you die. Superman, it's not that bad.
But I mean, but honestly, you could just pick Cammy or other characters. Because when I was going to the next level, at one point when I was playing AE, he just went to Cammy whenever he played me, and then he tried Viper and all those other characters and whatnot.
But see, now you're getting back into the fucking counter charactering each other.
Yeah, just pick a counter character though. That's the nature of fighting. It's always been that.
Yeah, but think about it. But I mean, honestly, I think Street Fighter for that, like an Injustice, whenever I do fight a bad match or whatever, I don't complain about it. I just either deal with it, because I already went through it in Street Fighter. I'm so used to bad matchups, I don't care anymore.
Rico, I agree with you. You shouldn't complain about it. You should just, motherfucker, learn another character, counter pick or die.
Aquaman. What are you talking about, nigga? He plays Aquaman.
I don't complain about that. Like, okay, Sanford's been having a hard... Sanford made one complaint one time. He said, Triforce, if you watch Chris G plays, right? Chris G does some shit which is just unfathomable. It's like, this is just fucking stupid. I have to do some godlike shit to win. I remember Sanford was bodying Chris G. He had to pluck Chris G's energy down to about 40% energy. Sanford had 90% energy. Chris G said low forward. Sanford put his controller in his lap, took out a spearmint gum, started chewing it.
I think I remember that shit, yo.
Picked up his phone, looked at his phone to see if he got any calls and messages from friends, checked his Facebook, checked his Twitter, came back and then said, let me try to see if I can block. He blocked. Now, I remember I said he had 90% energy. When Chris G dropped the link, Sanford was down to 3% energy. You know what Sanford had to do? Low forward EX Tiger Knee trap.
Just right.
No, low short EX Tiger Knee trap. Low. Oh my goodness. Short EX Tiger Knee trap. Low forward. That's why I keep saying EX Tiger Knee. Low, short, Tiger Knee. Low forward EX Tiger Knee. Cross over Ultra to beat him. It was one of the greatest comebacks in the history of version 2012 at next level. And you know what Sanford said to me when he came out on Facebook? I was like, yo, good shit, Sanford. Sanford said, fuck that good shit. That shit is stupid. Why do I have to be so godlike to beat someone who's so average?
Feeling
Injustice.
To know you're alive.
No, because KD isn't so average.
He's not, but that's what I'm saying. Like, people should either give people props or don't, but don't like pick and choose.
I don't say nothing about Rico. Rico's a god. Rico is the best Black Adam on the planet.
Wait. Let's rephrase. I'm the best fake Black Adam. Remember? You think I saw that Facebook comment?
I'll be back.
You mean back then when I was hold on. He's right. You mean back then when I was vouching for Dragon God? And then what did you do? What did you do?
He destroyed
What did you do? You destroyed Dragon God. Now, this is what you don't know. This is what you don't know.
I'm not taking it personally.
I know you're not taking it personally.
You're the one to decide if you want to share them with anybody. Your thoughts and your feelings are your own. I like sharing some of mine with you. I'll be back next time. You always make it a special day by just your being yourself. Bye-bye.
What happened?
What?
Yo, he really just played Mr. Rogers.
It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood.
What I'm trying to say is that what happened was he had did something. Dragon God came to the tournament. This was a tournament you were absent from, Rico. Was Rico still in here?
Yeah.
Oh, you were absent from this one tournament. You couldn't make it. And when he got there, Dragon God said to KDZ, he's like, yo, KDZ, what's going on? He's like, yo, you playing in the tournament? And he was like, yeah. And he's like, nah, it don't matter. I'm going to body you with my Black Adam. I'm the best Black Adam in the world. And KDZ was like, not really, because from what I've seen, Rico whooped your ass, so you're not Black Adam anymore. And Lincoln had to hold that L in his chest. That was before we even went to BXG, so we had already determined you were the best Black Adam. That same time when I was trying to tell Lincoln how to beat you, and you scraped Lincoln and you was laughing at me, and you kept coming to me on the table and was like, it looks like I'm a fake. Yeah, you kept coming, it's like Shazam. And I was like, dead ass? I'm like, we already knew Lincoln would Link. I don't want to put my own player on blast, but Lincoln be doing the dumb fuck stuff.
If he doesn't get so high before he plays.
Just does the dumb stuff. And we just be looking at Lincoln and like, we just shake our head. But that's Lincoln for you. So we can't even
he
go.
plays in every game. He plays very just rushed down, all nutty and shit.
All right, Pherleece just dropped off. This conversation needs to come to an end. We can always continue this at another time, but my ass has got to get sleep.
Oh, wait. One more thing, Jay. One more thing. Fuck Peter. He sucks.
Who?
Perfect Legend.
Whoa, here we go.
Hold on, James, don't close the show yet. Give me 10 minutes. Why you say that?
Because we always had Twitter arguments, and I always told him from the get-go, if I ever play any game that he's playing, he's not going to win or not going to beat me.
Oh, snap.
And he said a while back that I never win when it counts. All this other shit that he won VXG Major. I'm like, okay, good. You won a 28-man bracket Major. Congratulations.
Oh, see, stop. Okay.
Wait. Nothing against the players were there, but just towards him, because he's a fucking whatever. He's a dick, whatever. He thinks he's like all like God and like, dumb shit, whatever. And another player that's from another realm community says that he's so like God, like whatever, and they think that I'm cocky for just saying that PL sucks or he's not.
Call him out.
16-bit.
Okay, so therefore, what I am going to try to do next week on the On Blast show, I am going to have Rico, Perfect Legend, and 16-bit. I am going to try to make this happen.
I am so
On Blast show next episode.
I can't allow you to call them out without them getting the response. So I will reach out to them this week.
Oh shit!
I will actually back you up in this one conversation only on one point, Rico. Is that Perfect Legend did say some hypocritical shit online, because when they were blowing him up about the only reason why he's winning Mortal Kombat is because he had Kung Lao, I was there defending him. I'm like, listen, guys, the version of the game is the version of the game. It doesn't matter if there was 8 people at a tournament or 128 people at the tournament, because one of the most difficult tournaments, this is what like you really can't, like, he won an international tournament. It doesn't matter if it's only 28 people, because it's not about the quantity, the quality. One of the greatest Injustice tournaments ever was at the break, and there was only 16 of you. It had you, Brady, Rico, Rio, Darth Armor, Ryo, KDZ, and like a couple of other people. And top 8 was like ridiculous, and was a 16-man tournament. So you can never discredit a person.
No, I have nothing against forward VXG. If anything, he's lucky that Nightmare SF wasn't there and I wasn't there.
Snap.
No, I'm in on the show next week.
Call the ambulance.
I'm in here next week.
Somebody call the ambulance.
I'm in here next week. Yo, Rico, come on the show next week. Don't be no bitch. Don't do no bitch shit. Don't do no bitch shit. Be here next week.
Rico, what's your opinion on the fact that PL didn't make it out of pools?
Because he ran into me. Well, no, he did make it out of pool at TFC. He didn't get top 8. I eliminated him.
Oh, he made it to top 16?
He lost to a 12-year-old boy that clearly outplayed him. And then when they called my name to play PL on the stream, I had the biggest smile on my face as I was sitting down to play him and whatnot. So it was very satisfying beating him 2-0.
So now let me ask you this. Since you're both you and I hear Junior fucking sticking needles in his ass, what was your guys' overall impressions of the Fall Classic?
It was great. I loved it, to be honest. For a first-time event, hopefully, I hope that it grows bigger, and not to compare them to Evo, but hopefully it just gets bigger and better. And I really loved it. It was really fun.
Why do people do that? Why do people always they never said it was an Evo? In fact, you know something? Be very honest with you. The Fall Classic is actually the community's first national. It's the first time ever where 3 tournament organizers all merged into one. So if anything, and they did it in a remotely central part of, actually it's not too central. It's more far east central than anything. But it did it in a very convenient location. So far, I would call it the community's first national tournament. Because when I did the battle log for it and I looked at it, I was like, you know something? Final round, NEC and East Coast Throwdown. Yeah, this is actually a community national. They have one in the south, one in the east, and actually two in the east. They need to combine with one other person though, from like the west, or at least Midwest at the very least.
That shit'll never happen.
Keats, right?
No, it's possible. What do you mean? It's very possible.
I would hate the event then.
You damn James
I don't want that. I don't
that.
want that hot pocket eating motherfucker nowhere near any event I go to.
Okay, so what if they do something with Alex Valleda?
I gotta bring the yayo.
Yeah, he's
Damn, you're gonna do like, I don't know. I don't see that shit happening, man, because it's a
I
total
think it's good.
different beast.
It was good like how it was. It was fun. It was great. It was really comfortable too. Though everybody was almost on the same floor. Nobody was too separated, and the hotel was big. Like it was really spacious.
That's cool. I like to hear that. I like to hear. I like I said, I haven't heard any real complaints. So.
The funniest thing was when some nigga tried to fight Big E.
No, I heard Big E had to string him up.
Yo, my man was drunk trying to fight Big E.
I know, and I heard Big E just strung him up until the cops came and they got rid of him.
Big E choked him so hard that he kept his hands in his pockets. The kid didn't take his hands out of the
You know,
but see, you know what? This is the problem. This is the problem that you know, as they like to call me, the cancer of the community. That's the type of shit I want out of this scene.
What did I say, man? We're a cancer of kindness.
Yeah, no. Well,
Junior's laptop died, so Rico dropped from the call.
All right. I mean, like I said, I just want. When I hear that, that's the part of me that gets pissed. That, you know, it's actually gotten to the point where violence is actually being done at a fucking tournament.
No, but that guy was drunk. That guy was he was drunk though.
But
he was
still,
like,
no excuse. I fucking gotten so drunk that the fucking at VXG I got so drunk I passed out in front of my fucking door. I still ain't going to start shit.
VXG?
Everybody was drunk at VXG, so there's no.
VXG, they were fucking gone. James was fucking gone, dude.
And with that said, you know, nobody acted the fool like that. You know, there's no need for fucking violence at the tournaments. You know, and for it to get to that point is the thing that worries me the most about this scene.
There has to be some type of penalty. Like if a tournament organizer has to string up somebody, the tournament organizers
ass whooping.
The tournament, well, however you want to call it, string up, ass whooping, whatever, hands in his pocket, whatever the case may be. Like penalties have to be imposed. Like if the tournament directors was like, yo, if you get caught in some shit like that, then you're banned from the next 4 majors back to back.
You're banned for life.
Nah,
you're banned for life.
That's too hard.
No, it's not. It'll make you think twice about doing it.
Yeah, but banned for life?
Banned for life. And that and these tournament organizers that go into the little Facebook chatties and have all the little Illuminati meetings have to all agree with that, just like the collusion, that if a player gets caught fighting, banned for life.
No, James, because then where is the redemption factor?
There is none. There is none. It's an embarrassment to the community.
Nah, I think if you do like 6 months, it'll teach them a lesson. If they get caught twice, if you get banned, you get into a fight, right? Let's say you get into a fight or something like that. A fight, you have to remember, fighting, I'm not condoning fighting. I'm just exposing the relevance to it. Fighting all happens based out of human nature and emotion. It can happen. Now, if you're like, if somebody stabs someone, if someone sells drugs or getting caught doing coke or something, or rape or something like that, yeah, okay, fine. But like 2 dudes get into a heated argument because of something and they jump at each other's throat, okay, you guys are banned for 6 months.
No, because see, in baseball, what happens? In baseball, when a batter chases down the pitcher, they get fined like $150,000.
And they catch games, and plus they don't be able to.
And they get suspended. We can't make a guy pay $10,000 for fighting.
So then you punish them harder, but a ban is too.
All right, then a year.
A year. Okay, fine. So now if he comes back the second time, after a year ban, you do it again, ban for life.
Ban for life. Okay, I could agree. I'll give him. I'll do a year, and then ban for life.
I'll put it this way.
But
Now,
you
fuck
know,
all
I
that.
mean, like Godzilla just said, you know, what happens if you go in at your job and you punch your fellow worker in the face? You're fired.
Fired.
For
Yeah,
life.
you're fired. Guess what? Whoa. He's right. You're fired from your job, but that does not mean you're no longer employable. It'll be difficult for you.
You can go
out of a job.
You can go to tournaments. You can go to tournaments in fucking Europe. There you go.
Or on the West Coast.
No, not even the West Coast. That's where it's got to be unified.
But see, here's the bad part about getting knocked off of something like TFC. Because you got 3 tournament organizers. You got Shin Blanca, who handles all that shit down south. You got LIJ that handles shit up there sometimes, you know, New York, New Jersey. And you got Big E. So when you fuck up once at TFC, you fuck up 3 times.
Yeah. And it should
you got all 3 of them cast.
And it should
and
be
you
across
already
the
know.
board. They
And
all
you
talk.
already know, yo. But see, here's the deal, though. You know, if Big E says fucking don't come back, then Shin Blanca's gonna also say don't come back. Because, you know, Shin does sort of trust, you know, Big E's judgment on shit. So if he say, yo, man, this dude's doing this, I don't want him to fuck back here. Guess what? Shin Blanca is going to say the same thing. Sorry, dog. Final round shit, you cut from that, too.
I hear you guys. I don't mind the 1 year. This is my opinion. I don't mind the 1 year ban, but I think people should be given the opportunity to what's the word for this?
Redemption.
I think people should redemption, because here's what we're not taking into account. Let's say I'm playing a game, right? A prime example, because this happened in the community. I'm playing Marvel. No, not even, what's this guy's name? Smooth Viper is playing Marvel. He beats Noel. Noel gets angry, jumps over, snuffs him. Because they were both in the fight, they're banned for life. When the guy who didn't do anything and he was handicapped, he had a fucking fractured foot, got duffed and got banned for life. Nah, you're gonna create a lot of innocents getting hurt.
It would come down to it would come down to the aggressor.
I mean, and in that situation, it was Smooth, because Smooth was really getting Noel heated.
Because a lot of us said, and a lot of us fucking spoke on that. A lot of us said, yo, he warned that boy twice, leave him the fuck alone.
But that's not the
point. He warned him
point.
twice to stop, and the boy kept
but you're making my point. People get into heated situations. Although Smooth Viper was taunting him, he did not throw a punch at him.
Yeah, but you know what? That's where, once again, people gotta remember, don't be quick off the handle. That's a problem. Everybody grows up.
No,
I understand. I understand
Viper.
the antagonizing. It's annoying as fuck.
Yeah.
There comes a time you gotta walk away.
I was going to say, because you know, Smooth Viper, bullshit, yo. Smooth Viper took advantage of that shit. He waited for that boy to get on the match, and he kept fucking with him during the match, knowing that he can't get up and fuck him up. That was his fault.
Nigga, that poor fucking Sábado Domingo machine got that body work.
That's why I think like in a situation like that, okay, Smooth Viper, you did taunt him, but Noel, you should have known better. You should have walked away. Smooth Viper, you got a 3-month ban or 6-month ban, and then you did throw the punch that you should have controlled yourself. You have a 1-year ban, and let them do it. Let them sit it out for a bit, and then after a year they come back. Now motherfuckers repeat the problem.
Wait. Now I would agree with that. But then, as far as the lifetime ban, first offense, going after a fucking tournament organizer. I mean, I hate Keats with a passion, but I would defend him if somebody was fucking with him.
Oh yeah, if you go after a tournament organizer's life ban, period, you're finished. No,
yeah,
okay.
What he did.
And that's pretty much what this guy did.
He should be done. He's finished.
Yeah, my man was drunk trying to fight Biggie. I was like, yo, this shit's crazy.
I'll put it this way, and this is from somebody who actually knows his ass show. If that shit was University Pinball, he would have choked that motherfucker and threw him out the door. Like, real talk. I've seen him do it, yo. I've seen him straight just grab a nigga like, yo, dog, grab. Let's walk outside. And by walk, I mean I hold you by your neck and you drag your feet across the fucking floor. And you contemplate what you did wrong before I throw you the fuck out. But you know what? You know, thankfully, it was handled pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah.
No one really noticed that much, and people have been, sending the mail to all three of them saying that it was a really good event.
Yeah, that shit was an amazing event. I'm not gonna
Most
lie. That
importantly,
restaurant in
All
there.
right, before you guys continue on, get your shout outs.
Yeah.
I gotta wrap this bad boy up. We'll start with you, True.
True. Nobody nigga on return.
All right. Trey, you're probably sleeping. Yeah, he's sleeping.
I think Trey's laid out all drunk.
Code.
Yeah. Shout outs to James. Shout outs to Triforce. Shout outs to KDZ and Rico. Both of you guys are great players. I hope you guys stick with your characters and stick with the game. Shout outs to Lobo getting buffed. Shout outs to Chris G only winning at fighting games because of Sakura and Mora Doom. And shout outs to Triforce saying James is over 2,000 years old.
Damn. 2,000.
Shout out to everybody. Thanks for having me on the show. That's pretty much it. I don't really have much to say.
Yeah. Kelvin?
Yo, shout outs to the Fall Classic. That was an amazing event. I don't even know how drunk I got, but I drank so much. The fucking Bahama Breeze was amazing too. I wish James was. No, to be honest, James, I really wanted you to come, man.
Yeah, I wanted to. I didn't. The wedding came last minute. I forgot about it.
I know, dude. I was pissed. I was like, shit, yo, James would have been.
I'm actually going to an OBS wedding October 13th.
Oh wow.
So
Yo, my birthday's on the 5th, James. You wanna come down to the city? We're gonna get drunk, nigga.
I stopped drinking, man.
What?
I stopped drinking.
My heart.
Yeah, I haven't
Look at
been
my
drinking
heart.
for a couple of weeks.
Wow.
Nigga, you joined the Taliban. I know.
I'm growing my beard out right now, man.
Follow me at More For Your Buck on Twitter if you guys wanna more injustice nonsense and just anime games. Play Chaos Code. Play fucking Chaos Code. That game's a great game.
Right,
Anyone here going to YumaCon?
I might.
Triforce, if you want to get me there, I'll go. You know what I'm saying? Take me over there.
I'm coming. Like I said, I'm coming back to New York on Thursday. Finally, after like 6,000 years, being trapped on an island is cool up to a certain point. It's over.
So that means you're taking me to YumaCon, nigga? That's what
I'm trying to. Well, actually, I have a sponsor who's going to help us get we want to do a road trip to YumaCon, and we want to make a documentary out of it. So
you're not lying to me when you say you taking me to YumaCon?
I didn't say that. That's what you said. We'll talk about it.
You breaking up our
fucking hopes?
Fucking bastard.
Yeah, we'll talk about it when we get to New York.
All right, guys. Guys, always a pleasure to have all you on. Next week, we should have a pretty good battle royale. If I get Rico 16-bit, we'll try to throw Pig in the mix with a little bit of PL and see what we can get rolling.
Do you even lift?
Wow.
No, do you even lift?
I actually want to see Carl flame back, yo. Carl arguing is actually kind of godlike, because when he gets arrogant, he got the stats to back it up, so it kind of gets serious.
All right, so I'm like, you can say what you want. His Evo stats have proven
exactly
well over that. He's well and adaptive when it comes to games. Between that DOA and Injustice, he's held his own.
He's a bad boy. He's a bad boy.
But anyway, I'm going to cut you guys off because then we'll wind up keep talking. So I'll catch you all next week.
Peace, James.
All right,
Thanks,
man.
James.
All right, guys.
Yeah, David, hit me up.
Try.
And again, guys, thanks for tuning in as usual. Let me get some shout outs there. Obviously, you, Godzilla, I know you want me to stick around, but I can't. My boy David Russell down in Jamaica. Chocolate Lucky Charms. I'm not doing an after show, unfortunately. Wtih for checking out the show. Trusting me over in the UK. He no good for always tuning in. Obviously, Crimson Shadow, Tranny Gamer. It's always a pleasure to have you on. M2 Dave. DevilMaySpy is still there. He's still playing that fucking Grand Theft Auto, I can guarantee you. Who else we got? MK Finest. Always a pleasure having you here. Velios. I'm so free. Yes, you know what? I actually have to stop smoking because of the wheezing and shit. My doctor's telling me I might not be able to do my surgery next week. So you know, we'll see what happens with the surgery. Hopefully everything will be fucking good. I'm sure I'll make it through that. Sokuro, as always, you're always fucking faithful. Obviously, you too, Orochioni. Again, guys, you know, the show, you know, this show is actually your show. What you guys want, send the suggestions to at the On Blast Show on Twitter, or you can hit me at JamessMK on Twitter. That's with double S, or DarKNaTaS 007, or now our new co-host, Crystal Cage. You can hit her up at Crystal Cage on Twitter as well. And we're working on getting this website up. We're working on getting a store up where you can get some swag. I'm going to be around for another 2,000 years, guys. Trust me. And with that, guys, X Unknown, thanks for tuning in. I am going to let this roll out because my ass has got to get my hour sleep before work. So, peace.